Before it was ever called Palestine, this land carried a weight that no map could define. It is one of the oldest inhabited places on Earth. But more than that, it is a land that witnessed revelation, prophecy, and history unlike any other. To understand why it matters so much today, we have to go all the way back to the very beginning.
Thousands of years ago, early tribes lived in the region, including the Canaanites, who were among the first known Semitic peoples to settle the land. They built towns and established life in an area that would later be known by many names. But even then, this land held something more than soil and stone. In Islam, the sacredness of this land begins with the arrival of the prophet Abraham, known in Islam as Ibrahim. He is considered the father of monotheism, the belief in one God. Abraham was commanded by God to travel to this land and call its people away from idol worship. With him, a spiritual legacy began, one that would pass on through his descendants. His son Isaac and his grandson Jacob, both prophets in Islam, lived in this land. Jacob's family became known as the children of Israel. His son Joseph would later be taken to Egypt. Generations after Joseph, the children of Israel were enslaved in Egypt until God sent Moses, known as Musa, to lead them out. After escaping Pharaoh, they were told to enter the Holy Land, the same land their ancestors had lived in, as part of their divine journey. This land became a center of divine testing and truth. According to Islam, it is one of the only 3 places on earth considered holy, along with Mecca and Medina. One of its greatest symbols is the Al-Aqsa Mosque. The name means the farthest mosque. It was already sacred long before the Prophet Muhammad was born, but later, it would also become part of his miraculous night journey to the heavens. Throughout history, the land had many names: Canaan, Judea, the Holy Land, and eventually, Palestine. The name Palestine was used by the Romans nearly 2,000 years ago, after they crushed revolts and tried to erase the connection between the people and the land. But the land's true identity was never based on what it was called. It was based on its role in the story of Revelation. From Abraham to Moses and later to Jesus and Muhammad, the land remained central to the message of God. It was a place where prophets walked, where nations were tested, and where truth was revealed. Understanding this first chapter of its history helps us see why it continues to carry such meaning today, not just politically, but spiritually.
In the next episode, we'll look at the prophets and kings who ruled this land, including David and Solomon, and how their leadership shaped its legacy of worship, justice, and divine purpose. Subscribe so you don't miss it.